Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on? We've got audio. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's a Monday. That's what's going on. Welcome, everybody. Monday Night Football tonight. Glad to have everybody here. Glad I wasn't picking my nose when the camera magically turned on me. What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Bo King, good morning. Nick Rez, Pat, Brad, Jeff, Shane, Sabino, what's going on? FM 818229. Good morning. Nathan. Jay Baseball, what is going on? Tar Heel Tim in the house. KDO, good morning. Shane, good morning. Mr. Brackens, good morning. Juan, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Kyle B in the house. Good morning, everybody. It's early here on the West Coast. It's definitely a tad bit early here on the West Coast. I'm seeing an update that the New York Giants cost two bettors over $1 million this weekend. Well, what I want to know is who in their flipping right mind would put $1 on the New York Giants, let alone over 1 million of them. Funky Shark, what's going on? Shane, Sosh B, what's going on? Killer K in the house. Armani, what's going on? It was definitely a lovely day for premium plays yesterday. No doubt about that one. There's no denying the fact. LT, good morning. LT, good morning. There's definitely no denying that fact, and we're going to go over all of everything. Monday Night Football. Dolphins cooking. What's going on? What is going on? Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all waking up to a blessed morning. Hopefully you guys all have more in your betting account today than you did yesterday. Congrats to everybody that was on our big Sunday NFL guaranteed play on the Buccaneers, laying the points, delivering yet again. I'm telling you guys, take notice. Sunday's NFL play, Sunday's big guaranteed NFL winner, and what we put out on Sundays is pretty rock solid. The betting public always gets slammed on week 3. Well, it's good that everybody with Cap Nation and everywhere else is not the betting public. That is for sure. Because if it is, you would have been hammered. Bo King, thank you. I see you just signed up. I don't see what you signed up for just yet, but I do see that you just signed up. If you're on our premium plays are not posted yet, but they will be shortly. That's for everybody out there, which I see you got jumped on the premium plays. They will take fantastic care of you, Bo King. We will definitely treat you right. Premium plays will be posted in a little bit. Premium plays are going to have a little twist to it today. Going to be some, more than likely, Monday Night Football props put in there. You know, there's when it comes to betting, it's slim pickings today, which is perfectly fine by me. Matter of fact, both of last week's Monday Night Football was a slim picking night for us, and we all had a winning night. Tonight, there's not a lot of games on the board. We got Monday Night Football. We've got soccer this afternoon or this morning. NHL later tonight. All of that will be posted on the website here in a little bit. But we're definitely going to take it to a whole new level for everybody on our premium plays for today. Brandon, what's going on? What is going on? Alrighty, so let's definitely make it another good day today. Drew wants to know, anyone else having trouble with the William Hill app? Not here. Boy, did we crack them yesterday. Sunday guaranteed play on Tampa. Let's go over those free plays. It's funny. I've seen some people talking shit. Because we had a couple bad days of premium plays. Oh, thank God the donation went to a good cause because they're fucking horrific or whatever the case was. And then asking me for more after they go 6-1 and 3-0 on free plays yesterday. Free plays yesterday. Don't worry. We still got them winners on the board. Scott, good morning. I'm glad to hear that you had a money day yesterday. Yesterday's viewership got that nice, handy information right there on the board. Here, let's go back over it from yesterday. Because all the haters out there, yes, we just want to point it out just yet again. Gave you guys Carolina plus the 7. Tennessee on the money line. AC Milan on the money line as well. I did get an email from you, but I haven't had a chance to reply to it. But feel free to email me anything that you need or send me a DM. I don't, no offense, but I mean, I've got over 200 people on my personal plays. I send a lot of text messages a day. So I usually just don't throw my text message or my cell phone number out there unless you're on board and you're a client. But I probably send at least 500 or 600 text messages a day, and that's only if I text Jeff once. But usually you can add about another 300 to it as we sweat some games. But yeah, I did see your email. I just haven't. I didn't have a chance to email it this morning. So yesterday's free plays with specific instructions on the Titans that I would not be laying the points. That I am taking the money line and only money line, and that if you can't bet the money line, then don't bet it or find another book. I knew that one was going to be a close one. But we got the job done. Kyle B says, without haters, there wouldn't be players. That, my friend, we all know as a fact. We all know as a fact. So, it's funny. I gave out a soccer play in the daily free play video and said, if you want Monday Night Football, tune into Cap Nation Live. Penny, you haven't got one from me in a while. You guys already know that I butcher your guys' names. Let alone the team names, let alone the UFC fighters' names. Jiminy Crickets. Some guy, you can't even pronounce both teams correctly. Why would I bet it? Last time I checked, correct pronunciation of two teams in a foreign country are not a prerequisite for picking winners. That's for sure. So just hit the unsub button and carry on with your day. Carry on with your day. Absolutely love it. So, morning, William, tuning in via text. Thank you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Scott Stevens, if you're watching, thank you, sir. Says, I'm subbing for these replies. Love it. You know, sometimes they let me reply on YouTube. I don't always reply on YouTube. I try to. I try and reply to everyone, but sometimes they know you're going to get smart mouth Kyle. And it's generally, usually not a good thing. You cannot pronounce either team name. Well, by the way, when you're making a sentence, there's not 3 periods at the end of name, and you don't capitalize T in team in the middle of your sentence, Christian, and then start a new sentence with a lowercase letter. Why would I bet it? Unsubscribe. And so I replied, this is the fun part. I butcher everyone's name. You should hear me say the UFC fighters' names. Best you just hit the unsub button and move along to another video where I guarantee nobody else is betting the games given out. Pronouncing a team's name is not a prerequisite to being a successful bettor. Now make sure you hit the unsub and split. I was trying to say skedaddle, but I figured he probably wouldn't know what the hell that meant. Anthony, what's going on? Funky Shark says, what's the new player special today? Buy 3 days of premium plays, get 3 free. That is ending soon. Names don't matter, winning matters. That is a fact. Free plays on a nice 5-0 run. 5-0 run on the free plays, not bad. Not bad, not bad. That's dating back to Auburn, Virginia Tech, and then the 3 yesterday. Michael Snyder, good morning. Lamont, good morning. Michael, the other Michael, good morning. Michael, it is starting in the next 2 hours. Joe Dirt in the house. Joe Dirt in the house. And then somebody else replied, said, by the time I got to your great Sunday plays, I was broke. So my reply, and I mean, this is basic common sense. Well, if you're broke being down 4 games / units, then you shouldn't be betting in the first place. That is 100% fact. Chances are Mr. Charlie Hayden, I'm going to guess, is not even in our system. Imagine that. He's not in our system. Imagine that one. Jeff likes smart-ass Kyle. I've been known to sling a little shit right back in the comment section. That's for sure. It's not always probably the best for business. And that's, if you guys remember correctly, like 2 years ago, they took my privileges of commenting in the comment section of videos away from me. They actually took it away from me because I was too brash and too bold and too mouthy. I was too mouthy, they said. But anyways, I like having fun. I definitely look to have fun. I think if you're betting the overs just because there's no fans in attendance, you're breaking them down and you're missing some key points in there. Very nice, LT. I'm glad you hit it. Bobby Boucher, what's going on? The defense has been gone for a long time, just like the defense in the NHL. Basic defense and fundamental baseball's gone. There's no defense in the NBA. Cortland loves Tampa Bay Lightning today. Justin, good morning. You know, in professional sports, defense is gone. Defense is toast. Why? Because defense doesn't fill the stands for the most part. Defense doesn't build excitement unless you're old school. Now, a 1-0 hockey game, I like. As far as a fan standpoint, I don't mind a 14-3, 14-10, 14-7 SEC matchup. Doesn't bother me one bit. I enjoy it. As far as a betting standpoint, I'd rather personally bet overs than unders, but that's just a personal standpoint. Other than that, defense has gone by the wayside because putting points up on the board or runs on the scoreboard gets fans excited. Me either, LT. It's going to be a good time. Having no fans definitely gives the offense an advantage. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to catch the ball or miss a tackle. Lamont, that's a good game, 14-3. Definitely. I think we see some this year in the SEC. Addison Irwin, I did not give out the Liverpool game. Eddie Sports Money, what's going on? Oh, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there. We're definitely hanging in there. Hope you're doing as well. Aaron says he likes the runner on second and extra innings. It definitely pushes unders over. If they, man, you could have an under, and as long as it makes it to extra innings, you've got an opportunity for an over every single time. Extra innings is wild. A base hit in the top, a base hit in the bottom half of the order adds 2 runs to the game. You do that twice, from the 10th to the 11th, and you just added an extra 4 runs and push those totals over. Brad, is there still people abusing me after a 6-1 day? There's people trying to backdoor our website and make a donation again, thinking that if they make a donation today, they'll get another day of premium plays. We had one person do that. So then I emailed him yesterday saying, hey, is this just a donation because you won money that you want us to donate to Outdoor for Vets? Or if you were expecting to get more premium plays from it, sorry, we don't sell premium plays for $15 a day, especially something that says donation day on it. Oh, just refund my money. Yeah, that's what I thought there, buddy. That's what I thought there. And it was the same guy who was on YouTube just the other day talking about how horrible we were. So horrible. When you lose, everybody hates you. But when you win, either everybody still hates you because they magically ran out of money. And let's be honest, if you go and you can't bet after losing 3 or 4 games, then you shouldn't be betting in the first place. Because if you can't bet after losing 3 games or 4 or being down 3 to 4 games, including the juice, then you're obviously betting incorrectly and not managing your bankroll. Brad says Oscar trying to scam you. It wasn't Oscar, but it was very close. It was very close. A lot of these guys crack me up, man. The haters hate. Now it's funny. Israel Adesanya, the UFC champ, middleweight champ, posted on Twitter. Did anybody bet on me and make some money? So I posted a copy of one of my tickets that showed that I made $1,500 on them. I replied, thanks, champ. Easiest $1,500 we made all weekend, excuse me. Drinks on me when you come back to town. And so he liked it, and he reshared it. And I've been just blown up by all these people. Hey, there's no betting in Nigeria. Can you hook me up with a book? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can I send you money and you can bet for me in Nigeria? And I'm like, oh, hell no. No Nigerian scams going on over here. Brad says it's bozo. It probably is. Bobby says, come on, Kyle, you couldn't go 7-0? Man, I got to tell you. Going 6-1 on our premium plays, the only game we lost was the Yankees team total. And they got shut out. They couldn't put a run up on the board. They flat out got shut out. Which, to me, was a shock. They couldn't even put 2 up on the board. Reg, what's going on? Scott says, the capping service business is not easy. You need to perform every day. Yes and no. To nearly, I'd have to say, we actually turn people away if they have unrealistic expectations in life or in sports betting. They're not for us and we're not for them. And after a very short while, we'll close the door because we have the right to refuse service to everybody or anybody. And let me tell you, we exercise that pretty often. I don't need people to sign up. Not at all. Not at all. I'm betting the games. I'm betting the games. And if you're one of those individuals that think that you got to win or you expect us to win $365 days a year because you paid, there was one guy sending me nasty emails because we dropped a couple games. We were down 4 games. That's funny because we told him we'd take care of him. And he goes, oh, I guess we'll see if you do or not. He went 6-1 yesterday. I would have thought for sure I would have got an email last night. Hey, man, thank you. No, not a chance. But thanks for blowing up my inbox when we lost you a couple games. But I'd have to say, every one of my clients is respectful. Premium play clients, my personal play clients, I got to tell you, and I'm going to brag. Our clients have to be the best clients in the entire industry. People know we have losing days. Losing days, they suck. We're dealing with money here, people's emotions. And occasionally, emotions fly, but we always work it out. We always bro hug it out and apologize. It goes both ways because I'm betting. Emotions go both ways because I'm betting. And rest assured, when my clients lose, that means I lost. So not only do I get to deal with it because I lost, but I get to deal with it that my clients are losing too. So But for the most part, maybe for other services, it's a tough industry. But because I'm actually betting, Scott, I don't consider it that way. And I got to tell you, man, I literally have the best clients. Because I can tell you, I've worked at other services over the years. I've been in the broiler rooms, the cold calling, the this, the that. I've done it all in this industry. But I can tell you there was a difference from clients in each spot to the guys that I get to deal with on a daily basis. So hell, you guys make my job easier. Never says, yeah, that's funny. You don't see people yelling at the stockbroker for a bad day in the market. We're sports investors, good day, bad days. It happens. No doubt about it. We're going to have those good days. We're going to have those bad days. And one thing that's certain, we'll have more winning days than we will losing days. Because if we didn't, I wouldn't still be able to afford to bet what I bet. I'd be broke as a joke. Bobby says, pull Jimmy the Greek and give out both sides. Right? Not here. You know, that's the cool thing is I'm actually betting the games. You know? Big difference. Big difference. Big difference. I seen somebody on Twitter yesterday commented about how everybody was on the Saints. Everybody was on the Saints. And I'm like, hey, hello, over here. Everybody was on the Celtics. Nope. Oh, over here, hello. You know, not on the Celtics. Not on the Saints. Absolutely, Jeff. Jeff says we ride together, we die together because I bet the games. That is a fact, my brother. That is a fact. Now, I was trying to pull up. There we go. This is just it won't let me. I won't be able to upload it, but I wanted to show my betting account from just Bet Online, just one of the books. I did a teaser to win 1,000. This is just Bet Online. The Packers plus the points to win 1,500. Packers over 24 for 1,000. Packers and Saints first half over 24 to win 1,000. I did do the first quarter, but I got it over 10, so I ended up pushing. Packers first half team total over 10.5 for 1,000. Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdown passes. I thought I was doing it to win 500, but apparently I risked 500 to win 270. So I shortchanged myself $230 there. And then I live bet the Packers team total over 26.5. It let me do it for 500 at that time. Then I did the third quarter over 10.5 at halftime for 1,000. Then I live bet the Packers team total over 25.5 for another 1,000. So I absolutely cleaned up on Sunday Night Football. And it was all on the Packers. The Packers. Scott says a famous Vegas handicapper once said good picks aren't cheap and cheap picks aren't good. Yeah, I know a few people that have said that before, a time or two. Funky Shark, I remember Jimmy the Greek. You know, I know a lot of people in this industry, especially if they've been in Vegas. All those people from Vegas that call you, chances are I probably know who they are, personally. Brad live bet the total got 66.5. Well, I wasn't live betting the game total. I was live betting the Packers team total at that time. But I stopped. Once I cashed those tickets and it started jumping into the 30s, I stopped. I said, you know what? You've won enough money on it. Now let's just close out the game and your teaser and call it a day. Because if we already had the Heat, closed out the Heat. I didn't even live bet the Heat. People are asking me, are you going to bet the second half? To be honest, I watched of the Heat game. I was watching Sunday Night Football. And I literally watched the last 1 minute and 40 seconds of the NBA game last night. I did not watch other than the last minute 40. And that was more to celebrate and gloat than anything. Greg, you're very welcome. Cortland says, stupid people from Vegas call me and I hang up on them. I hear you there, man. Yeah, we've never lost people. Yeah, I would rather show you guys a losing ticket than I would a winning ticket. For the fact that a losing ticket shows that I'm actually real. Shows that I'm actually real. And I do. I mean, I get more joy out of showing you guys that I'm real, showing you a losing ticket, than I do winning tickets. But, hell, I definitely showed a lot of tickets yesterday, that's for sure. I definitely showed a lot of tickets yesterday. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. There's a $1,500 ticket. A lot of $1,000 tickets. All right, so nonetheless, it's going to be an interesting show today. Not a lot of games on the board today, but there's a lot of money to be made. And on days like today, when there's not a lot of money to be made, when there's not a lot of games to bet on, we generally have big days. We're able to focus all of our attention 100% on what we have in front of us. It's not spread out, split up. And I really like what we're going to be putting out today. Now, yesterday, as far as premium plays, we had the Bears and the Falcons over 47. We had the Titans money line, which I gave everybody for free on the live show, and specifically said if you can't bet the money line, don't bet it at all. Scott, that's actually not a board. Those are TVs. So I definitely wouldn't want to pin them, but that's a 4 TV wall. We had the 49ers laying the 3, the gimmiest game of the century. No Jimmy G, no problem. You got Nick Mullins, it's okay. They're only playing the Giants. No Bosa, it's okay. They're only playing Daniel Jones and the Giants. Then we had the Yankees team total over 5.5. That was the only loser. We had the Cleveland Indians, who took the lead, I think, in the 7th inning, 8-6. And then we added the Heat plus 3.5, as well as the Packers plus 3.5. Oh my Lord, we're taking dogs. What in the world is going on? We're taking dogs. So not a bad day, no matter which direction you look. The Eagles. How do they not at least attempt to kick it? I don't get that one. You're in overtime. There's like 15 seconds left. Kicking a 64-yarder is going to take at least 6 to 8 seconds off the clock. How do you not at least attempt a 64-yarder? Because let's just say you ended up somehow losing the game anyways. What's the difference being 0-3 or 0-2-1? You're playing for that push? You're playing for that tie? You think that tie is going to help you out down the road because you tied with the Bengals? But then you add in the scenario, what if you were 1-2? 1-2, 0-2-1, or 0-3. From best case to worst case. Let's be honest. There's not much of a difference between 1-2 and 0-3. Anthony said he had the Bengals yesterday too. There's not much difference between those two scenarios. Add in the push right in the middle, the tie right in the middle. Why not kick it and go for it? Peterson needs to be on the chopping block, but they won't. All right. Rio, thank you for the big shout out this morning. For going 6-1 and 4-0 in the NFL for premium plays. We definitely appreciate that if you're watching, brother. So, nonetheless, what are we going to do today? First of all, there's a soccer play. Our soccer play, English Premier League game. If you want to know what it is, go watch the daily free play video. But best take notice that I probably butcher everybody's names. But that's just what I do. You don't want to follow along because I can't pronounce a team name or a player. Cool. Hit the unsub, smack yourself in the ass, and get on out of the door. But our free play goes down in an hour and 45 minutes, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to put money in our pocket. So, with the exception of that, we've got hockey and we've got NHL today. So obviously, let's take a look and see what we can find for Monday Night Football. Shall we? I think that would be a great idea. Because, let's be honest, the Titans and the Panthers game is over. Can't go back to that one. Maybe next week. Today, we get the Chiefs and the Ravens. Both 2-0. The Ravens are 2-0 against the spread. The Chiefs are not after last week. Both 1-1 to the over. The over is not an insta-bet or an insta-lock to me. Neither are the Chiefs nor the Ravens. I think it's safe to say you need to properly and accurately make sure you break down these games to try and find the best angle, the best odds, the best everything to make money on this game tonight. Is there money to be made? Damn straight there is. Damn straight there is. Here's the thing. As of right now, at BetOnline, you can take the Chiefs at +3.5. +3.5 is -120. +3 is plus money at +105. Or you can lay 3 with the Ravens at -125. The total is 54 minus $1.17. at BetOnline. Brad, good question. Brad says, just curious, after all the games, do you start breaking down the games or do you reset? Depends. I usually start doing tomorrow's games long before lines come out and any of that stuff. Mike Smith, congratulations on your 5-0. Have we announced the prizes? Not yet. I should be able to do that this week, though. Just confirming them with the company and BetOnline and all of that stuff. But you got a long ways to go. It's only week 3. But great job in week 3. Fantastic job. And we'll go over all of that tomorrow after Monday Night Football's done. Greg, I have no idea. I have no idea what a tie does in the rules, but I will try and take a look. We use Run My Pool, so whatever rules they have set for a tie is what stands. It's just a fun little contest, but good strategy. Getting Cincinnati out of the way in hopes that they win. That's what I did. And somehow got a win. Jeff says, Dakota Hudson, Tommy John surgery tomorrow. I'm still pissed. Why you got to talk about that? I'm still pissed about that game of the week with Dakota Hudson leaving in the second inning with a tight elbow. You're telling me he didn't know his elbow felt off that entire day or during warm-ups or when he woke up that morning? You're telling me it didn't feel weird? It just magically got tight between the first and the second inning? Anyways, enough Dakota Hudson. I wish him well in his recovery. Logan says, Chiefs money line. Put everything you own on it. And take a title loan out on your car and put that on it as well. Jeff says, thought I'd share my misery. Yeah, your cards are done. Cards are done. The way they've been playing, they better hope they can string 2 games together. Or at least the first game of a series. Brad says, does Jackson run on the Chiefs? I'd run from the Chiefs. I would run from the Chiefs. I would definitely run from the Chiefs. Chiefs chasing my ass, I'm running. Now, does Jackson run? Yeah. I think he runs. Today. I think he put some yardage on the ground. I think their defense will definitely... Yeah, Bo King, premium plays are not out yet. Premium plays are not out. Premium plays will be out in a little bit. Weird. I can see out our office window. I see somebody walking by and staring in my truck window. I hope they're not thinking about opening. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go say something to this guy because he's literally staring at my truck window. Alrighty, boy, was that weird. Stand your ground, here we come. No, I was actually expecting something, though. I was actually expecting something there. Didn't have to get in a fight or nothing like that, that's for sure. So, moved along. I pointed the cameras on the outside of the building. And let him know that he was being filmed. And that we'd call the sheriff's department if he didn't get on out of here. Oh, it's Oscar. Hey everybody, it's welcome Oscar. I hope you say thanks. You didn't put any pressure on me. If you actually think I give a rat's ass what you say or you think, Oscar, you got another thing coming. I could really care less about you, Oscar. I really don't care. I really don't care. But anyways, enough about Oscar. Everybody pay Oscar no attention. Do I take criticism perfectly fine. I take criticism perfectly fine. As Mike Smith says, exactly. But anyways, you guys, we're going to get the Oscars of the world. You know, it happens, so we'll just say goodbye to Oscar. Bye, Oscar. See you later, buddy. See you later. All right. We don't got time for Oscar stuff. So, back to the Chiefs. Back to the Ravens. Do I think Jackson's going to run? I think he's going to run as much as the dude what I just told when we were going to call the sheriffs is going to run. Bobby says, Oscar, get away from Kyle's truck. Exactly. Exactly. Anyways. Chiefs, Ravens, game 489, 490 if you're looking for odds. Make sure you go to our website if you want live, 100% real-time odds. Not scrapped XML feeds, delayed, etc., etc., etc. The line is just about 3.5 everywhere you look. All right, they're taxing you with a little bit of juice. But it's definitely trending in that direction. And we're going to pop up the money. We're going to see where everything is. To see if this is something, depending on which direction you're going to be betting. Maybe you're betting the Ravens. Maybe you need to bet it now if that line is going to be moving in the opposite direction. Or maybe you need to wait. Or if you're taking the Chiefs, maybe you need to wait. Or maybe you need to bet it now, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to take a look at all those angles. And we're going to give this one a nice, thorough breakdown. Why? Because we have all the time in the world to talk about Monday Night Football. Prop bets, this bet, that bet. Bets on how long it takes Oscar to make a free account or a fake account to come back. We're going to go over all of that. No baseball today. We get baseball starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time with the Astros and the Twins, the White Sox and the A's. And we got a frozen screen. I love it. That's a great frozen screen picture right there. All right, so you also get the Blue Jays and the Rays, and then we get the Yankees and the Indians. All right? Yankees and the Indians. As far as tonight's game goes, let's start out with the money aspect. And where is the money? Kind of like show me the money, but where is the money? First of all, full disclaimer. Where the money is going, public versus sharp, over or under, each side, yada, yada, yada. I will never base my bet on where people are betting. Let's be honest, the public got hammered. With the exception of the Patriots, the public got hammered yesterday. And they got lucky, the ones that hammered the Bills. The Bills should have never won that game. That was a bad call at the very end of the game that changed the outcome of it. While I won't use where the public or the sharps are betting, because let's be honest, somebody wants to call themselves a sharp, they need a self-imposed title to make themselves feel good. Everybody that watches the show and follows along, we beat the closing lines. That is the definition of a sharp bettor. Somebody who beats the closing line consistently, day in and day out. So if you're betting the over and it closes higher than what you bet it at, that was a sharp play. Or vice versa, or for each side, whatever. So wherever the sharps are betting, I could care less. All right, wherever the public is betting, I could care less. Because I can show you statistics where the public wins, Vegas wins, the sharps win, yada, 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 yada. So none of that matters to me. And I say this over and over and over, and people still don't get it. But what I will use that knowledge for, if I know the sharps or the public is pushing the line in one direction, like if I tell you right now, and these numbers will get updated in about 3 hours, and they'll be more accurate for what's going on this morning. And then they'll get updated throughout the day as the day's progressing. But as of right now, 61% of the betting public is all riding the Ravens and laying the points. 39% on Kansas City. That's why we see that line shift from 3 to 3.5. The books are keeping it at 3.5 as of right now. Really hasn't moved much, but they're taxing you juice. They're trying to keep it from going to 4. As far as what I will use this information for, meaning where the money's going. If I know the money is pouring in on the Ravens, the public's betting them, sharps are betting them, big bettors coming into town are betting them. If I know they're going to push that line to 4, and let's just say I want to bet the Chiefs, why would I bet them now at 3.5 when I know if the public keeps hammering them when they get off of work at 2 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 on the East Coast, between 5 and 8 o'clock on the East Coast, if I know the public's going to get off of work and they're going to go hammer the snot out of the Ravens and I want to take the Chiefs, hypothetically speaking, why would I bet it now? I wouldn't. I'd be a fool to. I should kick back, monitor the line, and let the public push that line up for me. Give me better odds. Give me a better line on the game. But the reverse role. Let's just say I want to bet the Ravens, but I know the public is going to hammer them, sharps are going to hammer them, the big donkey bettors are going to hammer them, and that line's going to go from 3 to 3.5 where it's at now, but yet you can still find 3. But let's just say you know they're going to hammer it, and it's probably going to be 4, 4.5, maybe a 2-point swing to 5 by kickoff. Well, shit, I'd be a fool not to bet them now. Because if I wait, I'm going to get a rougher line. That's exactly the information that I will use to our advantage. That's what I use towards our advantage. Okay? So, starting with the money aspect, 61% all laying the juice and the points with the Ravens, just 39% taking the points in the Chiefs. Money line is pretty split. However, there's more money on the money line, meaning parlays and of that nature on the Chiefs than on the Ravens, 51-49. But you take out, 3% for error in either direction, and it's pretty even Steven. 82% right in the over, just 18% on the under. So it's safe to say every sports book out there is going to be rooting, as of right now, for Kansas City and the under. Cortland says, I bet the under and pray. With these two teams, we have to pray hard and pray a lot if we're backing the under. Now, saying that backing the under is a bad play? Not at all. Not at all. I'm not opposed to the under in this one at all. Just like the last meeting went under. Not opposed to it all. But again, you take the under with these two high-profile teams, and we're probably going to have to pray. Kyle says, just pick the football team to win. Absolutely. We're going to talk about the football team. I can't wait till we get to talk about the football team next week. All right, so bet online total currently at 54 minus $1.17, plus 3.5 minus 120 for the Kansas City Chiefs. If you want to get them at, or get the Ravens at 3, you got to lay the juice minus 125. Money line minus 170. And here's where you guys need to be careful. You can actually take the Ravens on the money line minus $1.70. But you can buy points on that minus 3, and you can buy them down to 1 minus 180. And if you don't realize it, you could have saved 10% or 10 cents on the dollar, and you could get them to win by 1 versus having to get them to win by 2. Big difference there. Always have to check and pay attention depending on what you want to bet. First half line on this has the Chiefs plus 3, minus $1.10. Wow, pretty much same line as the full game. Minus 3 for the Ravens. Basically, odds makers are saying the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be playing from behind the entire game. First half total over and under 26.5, yet the full game total is 54.5. So they're basically saying right out of the get-go that the Ravens and Chiefs second half line is going to be 28. Scott says the Ravens are good for 35, except in their last meeting last time. Everybody not giving the Chiefs any credit. Nobody giving the Chiefs credit. Makes me want to take a harder look into it. Did it go over last time? Yeah, they had 61 points. There was 61 total. I forget what the line was in their last game. I think it was 53. It opened and closed at 54. 33-28 Kansas City. But let's dive a little more in depth into this one. Obviously, Chiefs struggled last week against Chargers. And guys, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen with teams. You got to remember, first couple weeks are going to be knocking rust off. There are going to be players that didn't play in week 1 that are getting in there in week 2 making mistakes. There'll be players that played in week 1, also played in week 2, and make mistakes. Joel says, how are we not concerned that the Chiefs had to go to OT to beat the Chargers? Am I concerned that the Chiefs had to go to OT to beat the Chargers? No, not at all. Not to say I'm taking the Chiefs. But let's see. Let's compare week 1 with no preseason. The Chiefs beat the Texans 34-20. Now, I take all home field out of the equation because there's no fans or limited fans. But yet the Ravens just beat the Chiefs 33-16. Pretty similar. Funny, Chiefs were laying a bigger number. Chiefs were laying 9. Patrick Silver, what bet should you make? Whichever one wins, baby. Whichever one wins. As far as this one goes, when you start taking a look at what both teams have done, obviously they both beat the Texans, but let's take a look at the other game that we're missing. Kansas City needed overtime, and it come from behind to beat the Chargers last week. They were laying 9, they ended up winning 23-20. Am I concerned because they took overtime to beat the Chiefs? Not at all. Not at all. No way, no how. AFC division rival. Chargers generally give them areas and problems. Which one would I bet? Or which one would you suggest? I don't know yet. We're talking about the games. Whichever one I give out. But as far as what they did to Justin Herbert, or what they allowed of Justin Herbert, he had a good game. He had a nice first big game for his career. 22 of 33. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, which was the mistake. Kansas City came out flat in that first half. If you guys remember, they were winning at the half. Not by much. Or sorry, they weren't. Excuse me. I was looking at a different matchup from them from years past. But as far as what they did or what they didn't do on third down, Mahomes was off his game in the beginning. Receivers were off their game in the beginning. Defense was off their game. Mahomes, for the most part, had a clean game. No interceptions. They didn't fumble the ball. Chargers ran a great game plan. You keep Mahomes off the field, control that time of possession, and you limit how many points he can put up. However, had the Chargers had a better offensive game plan other than milk the clock, they would have been able to put up more than 20 points themselves had they had a quality offense and a better game plan. And if they would have done that, they would have allowed Mahomes more opportunities to get on the field. But as I said during that live show, during Live Wager, when we were hammering the snot out of Kansas City on the money line during the Live Wager, a good coach will go into the half, make the necessary corrections for his team, get them back on track, and they will get the job done. Time and time and time again, good coaches make the necessary corrections and they get the job done at the half. That's just a fact. It happens. Now, there's times where it doesn't happen, but usually a good coach will come back. Sean McVay, down big at the half. They made the necessary corrections that they needed to do on defense and offense, and they came back. Obviously, don't turn the ball over. We saw that yesterday. Now, do I want to call the head coach of the Bears a good coach? No, but did he make the proper necessary adjustments to give his team a chance in a comeback? That he did. He came back, beat the Falcons. Peter Reyes, good morning. Isaiah, good morning. Or good afternoon. Actually, no, it's still morning on the East Coast. So am I at all concerned about what happened in week 2? Not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. Not a concern to me one bit between these two teams. All that matters is what's going to happen here today. Now, you do have quality coaches on both sidelines. That's a fact. However, when it comes to the head-to-head matchup, Kansas City's 4-1 in their last 5. Now, there's a gap between 2018 and 2015, so throw that most non-recent stuff right out the equation. But 18-19, Kansas City winning 27-24 and 33-28. None of these games have been decided by much. 5 points and 3 points in their last 2 meetings. However, one had 51 points and the other had, 61. Their last 2 have gone over the total. Kansas City on the season averaging 145 yards on the ground, 246 in the air. Putting up 28.5 points per game, whereas the Ravens are averaging 35.5 points per game. But keep in mind, one of those was against the Browns. Ravens averaging 170 on the ground and 233 in the air. The Chiefs have been giving up, and this is the number that I don't like, the Chiefs have been giving up 150 yards rushing a game on average. And 269 in the air. Holding teams to 20 points per game on average. Ravens, through 2 games, giving up just 11 points. 11 points per game. 94 on the ground, 210 in the air. Both are in the plus category on turnovers. +2 for Kansas City, +2 for Baltimore. Ruben, I don't know. You got to read the rules on log in and read the rules. If it gives you a mulligan, it gives you a mulligan. I don't control those. Those are all automatic. The program is completely automatic. I have nothing to do with the grading or the selecting or the mulligans or anything like that. I've got to make my picks just like you got to make yours, and I can't change it just like you can't change yours after the fact. I don't know if it eliminates you or not. I don't know. Got to read the rules that are on there. Kansas City, 9-1 against the spread, their last 10 games with Andy Reid as their head coach. The Ravens, interesting, are 1-6 against the spread their last 7 games after playing the Chargers. Sorry, before playing. Kansas City, 7-0 on the under, while on the road against elite defensive teams, allowing less than 17 points per game. Now, everybody commenting saying Lamar Jackson is the X factor. Lamar Jackson is the X factor. He may have won MVP last year. He did not win the Super Bowl. He did not win the Super Bowl coming from behind. Did he put up big numbers? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But so did Mahomes. And Mahomes didn't do it just for 1 year. Mahomes has been doing it for multiple years now. Don't forget, he won that same award. Oh wait, Super Bowl MVP. Where the pressure is really on and it really matters. Let's be honest. Is Lamar Jackson a good quarterback? Yes, he is. Is he going to go down as an elite quarterback? Longevity-wise? No. He'll burn out, just like Michael Vick. He probably doesn't have the longevity of a Cam Newton. Where's RG3? Oh, that's right. That's right. RG3's the backup now. Reg Chambo says the soccer play isn't on the video this morning. Yes it is. Might want to go back and rewatch it, but it is. I wouldn't fast forward. It's only 11 minutes. And if you don't fast forward, you'll find it. I promise you. The decision-making ability between the two, as Mike says, is surely not the size of the Grand Canyon. No, the ability is not. However, I do think Mahomes makes much better decisions under pressure and under the heat of the moment. I do think he does. Reg, if you watched it twice and you didn't find the free soccer play, then, buddy, it's in there. I promise you. Because I filmed it. RG3 was great until he got injured. Bo King, when will premium plays post? The short answer, when they're ready. But you got to remember, it's only 8:30 out here on the West Coast. Game doesn't start until 5:20 Pacific time, 8:20 Eastern time. So check back in an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. They'll be up. Bobby made a great statement. Said, Patrick Mahomes is elite. It's the reason why they gave him as much money as they did. Jackson might be someday, but not today. He hasn't proven it on that big level. Surely hasn't taken his team to the Super Bowl, and for sure didn't win it. Shapendi, they got to find it. Because if they can't find it, it means they didn't watch it. Bring back the California public school, right? No, Bo King, you're all good. You're all good. They'll be out in a little bit. But as far as Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, my personal opinion, there's a big difference when under pressure. Now, is Lamar improving? Absolutely. He absolutely is. How many times did Houston sack him? 4, right? What about the Browns? 2. Don't forget that fumble. Now, he hasn't thrown an interception, but he doesn't throw it very much. 24, 25 times a game. As far as that goes, Mahomes put up some rushing numbers in the last game. He also put up 302 in the air and 54 on the ground. He's played pretty damn clean throughout the first 2 games of the season. 5 passing touchdowns, 513 passing yards, 54 rush yards, no fumbles, no interceptions, and he's been sacked twice, 1 each per game. And it's not just about the quarterback that makes the quarterback elite. You need to surround him with that elite offensive line. Both have a quality offensive line. Both do. Coaching matchups, I'm going to go with Reed over Harbaugh. All day, every day. And the fact that Alex says Mahomes hasn't played a team with a good defense yet. And either have the Ravens. Aaron says, sounds like a great teaser game. My thoughts exactly. But at the same time you say that, Alex, either have the Ravens. They've both played the Texans and the Chargers for the Chiefs and the Browns for the Ravens. Of those 2 games, cancel out one because they both played the Texans to very similar fashion. The other matchup, I'd have to say, the Chargers is a tougher matchup than Cleveland. And keep in mind, no preseason, so the first couple weeks are going to be a little odd. And facing Baker Mayfield on week 1 is not the biggest thing. I mean, the Browns still rushed for nearly 140 yards on this Ravens defense we speak of. The Ravens got outrushed by the Browns. Now, they may have smoked them on the scoreboard, but the Browns had more rushing yards. Hell, the Browns almost had as many yards total on offense. They were off by what, 75? The difference of the game in there. Turnovers. 3. And Baker Mayfield. Take Baker out of the equation and insert any other quality starting quarterback, and it probably would have been a different score. No different than Kansas City in their first half against the Chargers. No difference there. Take a look at the Texans' numbers. against both teams. That way we can keep it fair. Texans didn't really try and rush the ball. They still put up 253 passing yards on the Ravens defense. Turnovers again. Would they lose by 17 points? 2 turnovers? Mike Smith says, I don't like the smell of the Chiefs being given 3.5 points. Seems like some sort of trap. Every game's a trap. Vegas is trying to make money, baby. Vegas is trying to make money. As far as the Chiefs and the Texans, they had a 34-20 final. Texans put up 118 on the ground, 242 in the air. We all know they ran the ball a lot more in that game. Cortland's going to parlay the Ravens -3, laying the 3 points in Tampa Bay. I wish you luck. And again, as far as that one goes, only 1 turnover in that game. They didn't get the extra turnovers. I think a lot of people are not giving the Chiefs enough credit on defense because they're averaging giving up 20 points per game because they've played the Texans and the Chargers. Well, the Ravens may be only giving up 11 points a game on average, but that's because they played the Browns and the Texans. As far as the turnover game, they're both plus on the turnovers. I love that aspect. Both teams 2-0. Only one of them 2-0 against the spread, and that's the Ravens. Winning 14 straight last year, but yet being upset in the Super Bowl by the in the playoffs by the Titans and failing to make the Super Bowl. And again, back to comparing quarterback to quarterback. Mahomes has proven himself as elite. Jackson, he's got some proving to do. Beating them today, not going to prove it. Beating them today, I mean, let's be honest, is there pressure in week 3? There's a little bit, but it's any other week. The pressure's on in the playoffs. Regular season, do they want to win? I'm sure they do. But where they really want to win is in the playoffs. As far as what we see today, let's take a look and see what other areas of the game, before we just start giving out predictions or picks or whatever we're going to do, let's start taking a look. First quarter total, over 10. Looks enticing. First quarter over 10 definitely looks enticing right out of the get-go. That's minus $1.20. First half Chiefs team total over 10.5. Ravens team total over 14.5. But let's take a look at some player props. Now, people ask me all the time, do you bet props? Do you bet props? Actually, props are not up yet. So we're not going to take, oh, maybe they are. Let's take a look. I think I found them. Mike Smith says, sounds like Kyle's backing up the truck with the Chiefs. No, I'm just replying to guys in the comment section because I can say the same thing. I can say that the chat sounds like they're backing the truck up to the Ravens. And I'm just trying to tell you, comparing Lamar Jackson to Patrick Mahomes is like comparing a nice Fuji apple to a pear, in my opinion. Big difference. Big difference. One's proven, the other has a lot to prove. Is he going to prove it? At one point, he probably will. He's just not on that level as of yet, in my opinion. As far as today, taking a look at some player props and some game props. Travis Kelce, 1+ touchdown, plus 110. Tyreek Hill, 1+ touchdown, plus 120. All plus money. Snead for Baltimore. Could be a sneaky little avenue there. 1 touchdown or more is plus 300. Can definitely be a sneaky trap, that's for sure, Alex. You know, Vegas likes to put the trap on. That's for sure. We already know that. Taking a look at trying to find some avenues. It's funny, I did a player prop on Emmanuel Sanders, hoping that I should have just did the 1+ touchdown because it was plus money. But I did 3+ touchdowns yesterday just for fun. And they only let me put like $43 on it because they had a liability limit on it. Because it was plus 3,500. Was he going to put up 3 touchdowns? No. But I couldn't help but piss away $43. I figured it's like a steak. I've had worse steaks. Now, through 2 games, Kelce and Tyreek Hill each have a touchdown or 2 touchdowns apiece. They're both plus money. They're both plus money in today's game. They're both plus 110 for Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill is plus 120. And don't worry, we're going to take a look at both sides. I'm just going over some stuff, but I could tell you right there, I like both of those. I like both of those. And assuming that there's some points put up on the board, those are some good ones. As far as the Ravens side of things, as far as scoring goes, only Andrews and Dobbins have multiple touchdowns on the year. And then even when it comes to rushing, Lamar Jackson's been held out of the end zone. He hasn't rushed for a touchdown yet this year. The Andrews prop Dobbins at 1 touchdown is plus 200. But you got to remember, last week, what did he get? 2 carries? I mean, he had 48 yards. So I don't really know if I like that one. Now the Andrews 1+ is plus $1.10. I think Mark Andrews, a tight end, if they get down in the red zone, he's going to be a viable option to hit, just as any tight end is. Especially one that gets a couple attempts at a game down low. Now, obviously, Brown Marquis Brown he's been held out of the end zone, but he's their biggest targeted receiver. I think there's value at Brown today, as well as Andrews, both coming in at plus 110 for Andrews and Marquis Brown at plus 140 to put up a touchdown. Now, and that's at least 1 touchdown. Marquis Brown to have 2 is plus 700. Marquis Brown to have 3 touchdowns is plus 5,400. Can you imagine him having a monster of a day? Imagine that one. Now, I did just bet the Marquis Brown to score 1+ touchdown. We're going to put that as a free prop, little prop bet for everybody. All right? We're going to put that as a free little prop bet. Marquis Brown, 1+ TD. It's plus 140 at BetOnline. So, unfortunately, and this is unfortunate, we got to change this date. All right? We got to change this date. And unfortunately, these beautiful 3 that are right here, we got to delete them, folks. All right? We got to delete them. But don't worry. This board will be looking exactly the same when we're done with it. All right. Marquis Brown. 1+ touchdown. 1 anytime touchdown. Plus 140. And don't worry, folks. And remember, the prop bets, I'm betting small. I'm not betting a prop bet the same as a premium play or my personal play or even a free play. They only let me bet, I think, $250 on the or $500 on it. I put $250 on it. Okay? So am I putting $3,000? No. So don't bet it like a premium play. Full disclaimer, if you come in tomorrow and you say you're broke because you bet Marquis Brown to have 1+ touchdown and he doesn't get one, I'm going to call you an effing idiot. All right? And please, by all means, don't make me call you that. All right? Please, by all means, don't make me call you that. Matthew says, morning, Kyle. Do you like the Ravens to win between 1 and 13 points plus 150? I might not even like the Ravens to win at all because we haven't went over it that much. We're not just there yet on making my plays. We just skipped to some props. Now, passing yardage. Lamar Jackson to have over 246 is minus 217. Okay? Is minus 217. Now, when you take a look in their last meeting, he had 267 last year. He went 22 of 43. He had 267 yards, and their 28-33 loss. He had no touchdowns. Mark Ingram had the 3 rushing touchdowns. Okay? If my damn computer would work, it would be greatly appreciated. As far as Patrick Mahomes, he had 374 and 3 touchdowns in their last meeting last year. He hit Darrell Williams, or he gave Darrell Williams 9 carries. LaShawn McCoy had 8. Patrick Mahomes rushed for a few as well. I wish it would let me scroll down, but for some reason it's not. But anyways, key little tidbit right there. Now, Patrick Mahomes to have 300 plus yards is minus 130. I don't see a lot of value because they can still win the game and him having 260 or 290. The chances of him breaking 300 are probably pretty good. That's why you're still laying money. All right, that's why you're still laying the money. Passing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson to have 2+ is minus $1.67. 3+ plus 120. Which, that's an interesting number. Because Lamar only has 4 on the year. 2 each game. The last time he played the Chiefs, he never had a passing touchdown. They were all rushing touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes comes in at 3+ at 114. He's only got 5 on the year. So as far as passing touchdowns, I stay away from it. All right, I stay away from it. As far as rushing yards, Patrick Mahomes over 11 yards is minus 312 is what you have to lay. I'll pass. 21 plus minus $1.14, I'll pass. All of them, I'll pass. Lamar Jackson to have 54 yards or more running the ball is minus 286. You're nearly having to lay 3-1 to get the lowest yardage amount for Lamar Jackson. And keep in mind, he's got 45 and 54. He's only broken 50. He hasn't even broken 54. That's his season high through 2 games. And that was against the Texans on 16 rushes. On 16 runs, he put up 54 yards. So as far as that one goes, I'm staying off of that one. All right, I'm staying off of that one. The Mark Ingram. You can get it at 41 plus, but you got to lay 270. I'm not about to lay 270 on a stinking prop. You can do 51 plus at minus $1.14. But when you take a look at what he's done through 2 games, he's broken 51 yards once. And that was in their big running game against the Texans. Now, Clyde Edwards had that huge game against the Texans. 138 yards on the ground. He only had 10 rushing attempts to the 25 that he had in week 1 versus week 2. His prop is 54 plus at minus 222, 64 plus. Any more than that. Again, these are some juiced props for Monday Night Football. I'm off of that one. Hell, Clyde Edwards rushing attempts at 15 plus is minus 222. He's only did that once this year, and that was in game number 1. Receiving yards. They used him last week to the tune of 6 receptions for 32 yards. Great little check down. Him to have 17 plus is minus 278. Plus, or 27 plus is minus $1.30. Mark Ingram is at 16 or more minus $1.18. What do we get out of him today? Obviously, check down passes when he's in, etc., etc., etc. However, they've only hit him twice so far in 2 games. He's had 19 carries, 10 and 9 for 29 and 55. As far as receiving yards, last week goes, he didn't have 1 receiving yard. They didn't hit him once. He had 2 for 22 in week 1. So again, guys, pay very close attention and don't just throw your money out there in hopes. Mark Ingram's rushing yardage prop, going back to that one, you have to get it at 51 not to be laying some serious juice. Over 51 is minus $1.14. Dustin, I'm logged in right now, making bets on the props. I have no issues. No issues. None whatsoever. Now, another one that I do like, Marquis Brown has had 5 completions. He's 5 receptions, in each of the first 2 games. His prop, and here's a little mix-up in the odds. 4 plus is minus 147. 5 plus is minus 149. 6 plus is plus 215. Now, Marquis Brown to have 2 receptions. Marquis Brown to have 4 receptions or more, minus $1.40, $1.47. I'm betting it. And yes, you can parlay props, I believe. Let's see. Yes, you can parlay props, which I'll have to take a look at. But Marquis Brown to have 4 plus minus 147. We're going to put that one up on the board because there's value in it. Now, I'm not taking the 5 plus. I'm not taking the 6 plus or the 7 plus. I'm taking the 4. All right, I'm taking the 4. So, we're going to come right back here. I'm just going to copy and paste this one in. All right. Funny, somebody says I'm backing the truck up to the Ravens. No, I'm just going to take some props and make me a couple $1,000 tonight. Oh yeah, I'll have the game as well, but Alex says he likes that prop. I think there's live value in it. I really do. I actually think there's some big value in it. Now, another one that he likes to target is Boykin. Miles Boykin, what's he got? 7 targets, 4 and 3. His prop is 2 plus at minus 270, 3 plus at minus 149. He's had at least 3 through 2 games. He's had 3 and then 4. There's value there. You can do a parlay between the 2 of them and it pays plus money. It pays plus 119. At 4 for Brown, 4 plus for Brown, and 3 plus for Boykin. I think there's definite value there. Obviously, the tight end, Mark Andrews, very inconsistent when it comes to getting receptions. He had 5 against Cleveland, 1 against the Texans. I've used the beta version, except on the Vibe Interactive board. The beta version doesn't seem to work as good as the board. Now, when it goes back to the other side, when we start taking a look at the Chiefs and their receivers and what to expect there, Kelsey's got 15 receptions through 2 games. Tyreek Hill's got 10 receptions. Sammy Watkins, 8. So when you start taking a look at that prop, Tyreek Hill is 5 plus minus 222. So you would really need to take the 6 plus, and even that's a lot. Tyreek Hill at 6. Do they hit the wide receiver today 6 times? That I don't know, folks. He's got 5 in each game. 5 in each game. Only Kelsey's been hit more, 6 and 9. And hell, he's at 6+, but you know they're going to defend him. Here we are taking a look at receptions, and watch it be a run game today. Watch it be a big run fest and the total stay under. Michael says about the soccer play. I picked the pick, and that's the only thing I'm betting on it. That is the only thing that I will be for the side of the game. Now taking a look a little more in depth at some of the other props. I usually stay away from who scores first, all of that stuff. The player performance doubles, where you're picking somebody to have a certain amount of yardage or a touchdown and a team to win. I usually stay away from those. Darrell Williams to have 2+ touchdowns in Kansas City to win is plus 5,900. I didn't even know BetOnline had an app. I guess it pays to know. I didn't even know they had one. I don't see one, but I know they have one for playing poker. Danny Daniels, English Premier League, EPL, England. Easy peasy, easy money coming right up. So diving into this one, as far as the props go, what we put up on the board, I do like. There's some other ones that we discussed, some other avenues that I like and that I will attack. But as far as little angles go, that's what I do like. And remember, if you're on our premium plays or my personal plays and I give a prop or a quarter bet, remember, we're not hammering a quarter prop or a player prop like we do a premium play or a personal play. Okay? Full disclaimer on that one. Full disclaimer on that one. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. So, as far as that goes, I bet the 2 props accordingly. Now, one thing that I will be betting, and I've probably made it pretty clear, but I am taking the Chiefs plus the 3.5. However, I'm waiting to bet it. I'm waiting to bet it. I have a feeling the public will push this line higher. So I'm going to wait to see. Now, if I start seeing it drop at all, I'm going to bet it right away at plus 3.5. But I'm going to wait, and I advise you guys to wait as well. I think everybody should. Unless you're riding the Ravens, and by all means, I wish you the best of luck. But we're 5-0. We might have had a bad week, but we don't suck for that long, and our bounce backs are always stronger than they are. And if you guys didn't learn a lesson after last Monday night, or last year when everybody said the Ravens were going to win, the Ravens were going to win, the Ravens were going to win, the Ravens didn't win. We'll make that one a little bit bigger so it stands out. Do I think it's going to be a blowout? No. Do I think they win the game? I don't know, and I don't care. Do I think they cover the 3.5 that they're going to be given? That I do. That I do. All right? That's why it's on the board. I think it is the play. I think there's added value in it. I'm not concerned that it took overtime for them to beat the Chargers. They have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. My personal opinion, they have the better receiving core. Now, obviously, Lamar is the better runner of the two quarterbacks, but I think we've already seen Patrick Mahomes can run the ball when he needs to. Now, is he built to take a beating? No, but that beating will take a toll on Lamar eventually. And then he's going to have to accept fate and either adapt or probably take an injury at one point. Hopefully not for his own sake, but I mean, we saw what Mahomes was able to do against the Chargers. He put up 54 yards on the ground when he decided to run the ball. He didn't run the ball once against the Texans. But when he wants to, he can get away. Nathan, is this a premium play? As of right now, there are no premium plays. There will be premium plays, but we haven't posted it. So for me to tell you it's a premium play, we haven't posted or given out any premium plays yet. Do I like it on the level as a premium play? It's a Monday Night Football game. Do I like it? Yeah. How's the Chiefs' defense looking so far? Well, I'd have to tell you, the Chiefs' defense is the reason why they had a chance to win the game against the Chargers. Both defenses pretty much gave up the same amount of yardage, just in different areas, against the Texans, since they both played the Texans. So to say that the Chargers torched the Kansas City defense, did Herbert put up yardage? Yeah. And I'd probably take Justin Herbert in a passing contest over Lamar, because Justin can sling the ball. Not saying he's a better quarterback. He's only had 2 games, but he can definitely sling the ball. But it was the Chiefs' defense that stepped up, that got the necessary stops, that allowed the Chiefs to end up tying the game and ultimately winning in overtime. And again, I don't care if you guys fade or if you follow. It doesn't affect my pocketbook one bit. I'm betting the game. So I don't care what side you guys take. I'm happy to see Penn National is up 3% and climbing this morning. Since I bought another 450 shares last week, it's up to 72 and change. But again, I don't care what you guys do. I know what I'm taking. You guys know what I'm taking. And as of right now, other than the free soccer play that starts here soon, The only other bets that I've made are the ones that I've told you about. And they're on the board. Robert Blades' thoughts on the total. Monday Night Football, I generally like the over. This has all the making of a shootout, but they've said that in every game that these two have played. Totals have gone over. Jeff, I don't bet a unit system, I flat bet. But again, props, I bet small. Props are fun money. They're like a penny machine, like a slot machine. Bet props with money that you intend to piss away. If we hit a plus 140 touchdown prop, awesome. Awesome. Is it going to happen? Well, it's an underdog, so likelihood of it hitting is slim, although I think the opportunity for Marquis Brown to hit a touchdown today is probably pretty good. Or else I wouldn't put my money on it. What am I going to be betting on the Chiefs? I don't know. Depends how I'm monitoring the line. If it stays at 3.5, I might put $1,000 on it. Jerry, no, I did not say the Chiefs money line. Again, I'll flash the board so people can see it. But I did not say the Chiefs money line. I did not give out the total. If you want to know the total and more detailed plays, because we're going to have more than just this for all of our clients, my personal play clients and premium play clients. We will have more avenues than just this, that's for sure. So if you really want to make money on Monday Night Football, make sure you're on board. Bo King did. Everybody else that's on board, don't miss out on another nice premium play day coming up. Another nice premium play day coming up. So everybody enjoy your Monday. And as I always say, bet responsibly. If you're the ding dong on our YouTube channel saying that you went broke after being down 3.5 or 4 games, well, then you are obviously betting not within your means and looking for a Super Lotto ticket. Again, hit the thumbs up button on your way out the door. We greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Guys, we'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. We'll be breaking down all of Major League Baseball playoffs tomorrow. Take a look ahead at the NBA Finals, Heat and the Lakers. We'll take a look at all of those aspects. Robert Blade says, thanks. I think if the Chiefs can keep it tight, keep it a tight ball game, the over will hit. It's going to have to be a tight ball game, a shootout back and forth, in my opinion, for it to go over. Kind of like what you guys saw last night between Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, with Rodgers getting the best of them. But if one team takes a big lead, watch for things to slow down. Watch for the other team to start running the ball more, milking the clock, and doing what they do best. But again, if you want the full smorgasbord of what we're going to be releasing for Monday Night Football today, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be pretty damn good. So if you're on premium plays, give it a little bit. They'll be posted. Same thing with my personal plays. Joe Dirt, you're always welcome. I love doing this. I love being able to interact and chat with you guys. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We put out daily free plays 7 days a week. We go live 7 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be live again, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. And again, we'll break down all the 4 Major League Baseball games tomorrow. We'll take a look ahead at the NBA series between the Heat and the Lakers, which has Alex rolling in his seat over there. I almost said grave, but you're not in your grave. Rolling in your seat over there because it's not your Clippers. And then we'll try and take a live look ahead into some college football early action, as well as Week 4 NFL. So we'll have a busy couple days, even though we're going to have baseball and then some NBA until we get more football days towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday. But nonetheless, Do we cover NCAA football? Absolutely. You betcha. On Saturday, gave everybody Auburn laying the 6.5 and Virginia Tech, both easy winners. As well as the big guaranteed Saturday play on Tulane, blowout winner. Oh yeah, Christopher, they're having a little special package that starts this week. But I have nothing to do with that. I don't have any, that's not my doing. I just know the talk of it. But they were waiting for football to start back up. And now that we got football, you should see an email soon. But again, everybody that purchased the March Madness package, you guys got all kinds of bonuses. The NHL season, you got a guaranteed Saturday play that was $150, a UFC card, a max fight pick. They gave everybody a week of premium plays after the fact as a makeup. So anything that they do extra is just an added pure bonus. An added pure bonus. Who did I have for the soccer pick? Blake, you need to go watch that video. It's our daily free play video. If I wanted just to give you what I put in that other video, I wouldn't have made the video. I would have just waited till this one. But if you want a soccer winner that starts in, 30 minutes, actually less than 30 minutes, feel free to go watch our daily free play video. And do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up on the way out the door. We had like almost 200 people here today. And again, all of you, come back tomorrow. We're going to have a big Major League Baseball day tomorrow. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's start the week off on a winning note like we've been doing consistently each and every week. And we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a blessed Monday. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.